back to today's practice. Today's day 22. We're almost done with this challenge. Anyway, today we're going to be focusing on the heart and the small intestine one more time. So come sit on your mat, and we got to get started because we have a lot to do today and a little bit of time. So we're going to start with shoelace pose. So we'll take our left knee and cross it over the right. If this posture is not happening well for you, then you can try just crossing the shins in front, the left shin in front of the right, or taking a square pose with the left foot on top of the right knee. So just come into that position, whichever works for you, and you can even walk your feet further away from you. You can walk them closer in, and you also need a strap for this class and possibly a bolster or a blanket. So if you have problems folding forward and it feels like gravity's pulling you back while you're trying to fold forward, you can try sitting up and elevating the hips on a blanket or a bolster or a block. And then we'll take archer arms. So we'll take your right hand, I'm trying to mirror here, and then you'll bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back, and then take your left hand behind your lower back and grab that strap. Maybe your fingers can inch toward each other and connect, or maybe you're just holding onto the strap. So either way, find your archer arms and pull your elbows back and your chest forward. And then we'll stay here and breathe. And you can stay right here, or if you'd like to hinge at the hips and fold forward, we'll just try to keep our spine straight here. You can also hold on to a dowel or a long stick or a broomstick here, just to keep the spine straight. And try to relax the shoulders as much as you can, relax the hips as much as you can. And breathe. We have about 10 breaths here. And rise up. Release your strap and then take your arms out wide. And relax back on your hands and take your feet out in front and just windshield wiper your knees side to side. They don't have to go all the way down, just a little bit of movement here. And then we'll switch the cross of our legs. So we'll take the right knee on top of the left, or take that square pose or cross the shins like we did on the other side. And then from here, we'll take that strap, if you want to use one, in your left hand, bend the elbow, pat yourself on the back, and take the right hand behind your back, reaching for that strap. and pull the elbows back, chest forward. Relax the shoulders as much as you can. And try to relax the hips as much as you can, and we'll hinge forward here. You don't have to hinge very far. You could just go an inch or two, just until you feel that nice sensation happening in your hips. And relax where you can here. Send the breath into any deep sensations you're feeling. Let the breath relax them away. Ten more breaths. And rise up. Unwind the arms, take the hands out wide. You can bend and straighten your arms if you need to, or shoulder circles, whatever feels good to you. And then rest back on your hands and windshield wiper the knees side to side. And the next posture I wanted to do was, I don't actually know the name of this pose, but I'm calling it reverse cattail. So let's get on to our hands and knees. And from here, what you'll do is you'll slide the right knee up toward the right wrist, and then angle that right foot out to the left. Then you're just going to slide that right foot all the way out, and you're going to lie down with this right hip toward the ground. So you're going to be straightening that leg as much as you can. You're just going to drop down onto that right hip and then roll down kind of into Sphinx pose. Now, maybe you're able to come all the way onto that leg. I can't do that right now, but maybe you're able to stay here on your elbows, or maybe you can come down to your hands or to a block. So the left leg is kind of straight-ish down the mat, and the right leg is just going underneath you over to that left side. So we're just looking for a sensation on the outer seam of that right leg and the hip. You may feel sensation on the inner thigh as well. And then you can play around with pulling that right hip back a little and then lying back down on it, however you can, to make it a little bit deeper sensation. just try to relax as much as you can here. And with this heart and small intestine, remember that pressure point on the tip of the pinky for the heart. You can give your pinky a little massage if you want on the tip. And then slowly come up. And you'll slide that right leg back into tabletop. And from here, if you want to stretch that right leg back, keeping the toes on the ground, just taking a little calf stretch, or if you want to do hip circles, you can bend the knee and reverse the circles and take them in all directions. And then just notice how you feel in tabletop on both sides. You might feel a little tingling happening on that right leg. You might feel a little lighter. And we'll take this now on the other side. So taking that left knee forward toward that wrist, bending that left foot toward the right. And then we'll stretch that foot across the body, lower down to your elbows or to a block. And then we'll lower down onto that left hip. So that back leg might be straight or bent. The left leg's just going across the body over to the right. And then our chest is kind of melting toward the ground here. Take your time as you come down. Maybe stay on your elbows or maybe roll your head toward the mat. And we'll slowly come back up to your hands. Bring that left knee back into tabletop, and you can stretch that left heel back behind you, keeping the toes on the ground. And take any hip circles if you'd like. And then from here, just lie back and take your Shavasana. So once you get comfortable, take 3 long, slow breaths. Releasing, relaxing down with each exhale. And stay here for 3 to 5 more minutes. But for time, I will end here, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Yin. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.